Alrighty, happy Monday. I'm quite concerned. I'm sitting here, Bitcoin sitting at 98,700 and Rand is here smiling. And I'm trying to understand why this guy does not look like the world's going to end, even though you were speaking about us going to zero, possibly. Why is there a smile on your face? Why are you looking happy on today? And how serious is this stuff, bro?
Sheldon, do you follow me on Twitter, sir? Do you follow me on Twitter?
I do.
Good. So go to, hold on, let's go to my Twitter quickly.
Your Twitter was quite busy yesterday.
Okay, so you can see that yesterday I literally said, I said, the US futures open later. Watch the US futures open later. Tech stocks could get hit hard on the hype around DeepSeek and it could cascade. And then we are exactly at that place right now. And so when I saw this yesterday, I closed a whole lot of my unnecessary leverage trades. And I was like, this is actually going to be quite a big thing. This is actually quite a big thing. I think we should spend some time talking about what it means. We should talk about what the risks are.
Did you sell long term?
No. I didn't touch my long-term bags.
Exactly. Okay, because that's a big thing to speak about today. You know, this is a little bit of fear. Obviously, we expecting now later on today, U.S. markets open. What the hell's going to happen?
I mean, just look at this.
A little bit of panic. But this is not a end of bull market, right? So this is just a speed hump in the road. It's a pothole in the road. You're driving is a big hole in the road. We just gotta now look at it and go through it. But that's the question today. How serious is this?
Well, look, Nvidia is down 11%. Just so you understand. Okay. So you're talking about Nvidia has a market cap of 3.4 trillion. So that's $400 trillion knocked off the market cap on one stock. $400 trillion is being knocked off the market. $400 billion is being knocked off the market on one stock. This is big. This is not like crypto bros will tell you, yo, bro, buy the dip, buy the dip, buy the dip. This is actually quite serious. This is actually quite a real thing. It's not the end of the bull market, but I do think that this is quite a big bump in the road, potentially. And I say the word potentially. I'll cover it much more in depth in my show, but let's maybe just start covering it today.
So guys, we're going to go through the different views today. Just speak about, how does this affect us, obviously, for maybe going into February, and short-term dips versus big-term dips. I want to get a little bit of Rand's approach as well, what he's doing with his portfolio. And then I'm obviously going to bring out the charts. I do have two scenarios. I got a scenario where Bitcoin maybe wants to crap the bed, but it's all going to depend on later on. And I do have some strong bounce zones over here too. So again, we're here to look at some charts. We're here to be prepared for what happens next. Rand, I'm sure along this whole journey, you're going to have these big events, right? It's about how we respond and how we get through it, right? Just not quitting, right? Get through it, how we shift through it. So it's not a bad day. We just got to get through this big speed up.
This is actually
I try and help everyone in my space, and this is what I get. I try and fight the devils, but inside I'm just like sniper.
Sorry, did I interrupt you this time with my intro song? Oh,
I like it, bro. I like that. Who makes all these cool tunes for you? So they're very good.
I got so many cool people here that you don't even know, bro. I got a lot of them. Okay, so what happened in the last 12 hours? Just on a very short. I know you're gonna go through a lot more later, but as far as I know, China has brought out this tech or this AI tech that is better than the US tech. Like you go through it, right?
Okay, let me break it down for you because I know that this is not really where your strength is. You can look at the charts and you're the chartist, and I think it's great. So I broke it down on a tweet here, which we can actually look at together now, right? Essentially, what it is there was this new AI called DeepSeek, which was launched by a Chinese company. Now, what is DeepSeek? DeepSeek is exactly the same as ChatGPT. It's exactly the same as all the others. You ask it questions and it gives you answers. It's an AI. Here it is. You can see it's deepseek.com. And I don't think I can start now because I don't think I'm registered on this computer. But effectively, that's what it is. And it's very, very, very good. In fact, it's probably in a lot of ways better than ChatGPT, OpenAI, and Meta. Probably in a lot of ways better. But that's not the problem. The problem is that the Chinese claim that it cost them $5.5 million in 2 months to develop. And you know that the Americans have spent billions and billions and billions of dollars, and they developed a model which is technically inferior. The other thing about this is that unlike normal American models that require a lot of processing power to actually train the model, the Chinese have come up with a way to make it much, much, much easier to train and to require a lot less technology to actually train. And so if you think about NVIDIA and you think about all these tokens that are out there, like for example, let's just look at NVIDIA over here. This is an insane valuation. And if you look at the amount that Nvidia moved in the last 2 years, right? Just to give you an idea, like Nvidia is up 1,236%. And the only reason why Nvidia is up that much is because the market is banking that the entire world will need Nvidia's chips in the long term going forward in order to train AI models. Okay, but now there's a big chance that they don't. And so if you think about who bought all the returns into the market last year, it was Nvidia, it was Apple, it was Facebook, it was Meta, it was what they call the Magnificent Seven, and all those returns were actually based on AI. But now there seems to be a technology, and I say seems to be because it's not yet confirmed just how efficient this technology actually is, but now we know that there is a technology which is at face value better than the American technology, and that doesn't need all the computing power that the American technology has, and they do things in a much more technologically efficient way. And it's owned by the Chinese. And to make things worse, it's open source, which means anybody can use it for free without any expensive enterprise packages and stuff like that. The irony is that it was launched on the Trump inauguration day. Like, you want to talk about Chinese warfare? You want to talk about China sending a statement? Like, that's what's going on here. So that is...
Okay, and I think on the other side as well, like, what was driving the stock markets, you know, over the last couple of months? Because stock markets have been rallying up, and very much this, right? And that's the concern, because if this starts to take a dip, like, for example, I got a scenario here that I want to show here, and it's not an unhealthy high time frame dip, but to see a dip like this with the Nvidia, you know, this is a 20, 25, 30% drop. You know, that could happen. Like, what happens to stock markets?
Well, hold on. Let me show you. Nvidia is actually already down 12% pre-market. So look here. So if you look at it in the corner here, you can see there's a pre-market number. So it closed on Friday at 142.62, and now it's trading at 125.91 on the pre-market.
Halfway. Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah. This is
halfway. It's already halfway there.
Yeah. And I mean, I haven't looked at the others, but I'd imagine that Meta is also taking a big hit because Meta is also reliant on technology. Meta's down 5%, and then let's just look at Microsoft, MSFT. So Microsoft probably also down a lot because they're reliant on ChatGPT's technology, down 6%. So, I mean, this is a bloodbath. We're going to get a massive bloodbath on the market today. Right? I'm actually kind of surprised. I think crypto is actually holding very, very well.
Like stocks, like what do you think actually happens here within stocks? Obviously, I got the futures in that here, but what do you think stock markets? You know, you think this is going to be
I think stock market takes a bath.
10%?
I think initially stock market panics, takes a bath, and then I think the stock market takes a bath, and then it depends on how real this technology is. Listen, if this technology is what the Chinese said that this technology is, markets are going to suffer for quite a while until the whole Nvidia trade and the Apple trade and the Meta trade are completely unwound. Not completely unwound, but back to more reasonable levels. The only reason why they got all these valuations was because they had a monopoly on these chips that we all thought we actually needed. We don't actually need it. Like,
and they were so expensive, and there was so much like that. That's what I've always heard about AI. It's expensive, right? Well, was it just a money scheme the whole time? Like that? That's
not anymore. You can use a gaming GPU now. It's not anymore, bro.
Wow, that's big, bro. So your thoughts then on crypto, Bitcoin itself, Alts at this point. What happens to Bitcoin in this time? I think that's the big question. Like, is this something that can take us to the 70s, 80s? Like, or is this just Bitcoin's going to hover? You think so?
Yeah, can. So we've got to watch out what happens in the next 24 hours. So phase one, the market's going to panic. And we're seeing phase one. The market panics, and we see what happens. If the market confirms that the panic is actually correct, then market carries on bleeding. But hold on. The important thing is that this is short-term bad, but long-term good. And let me explain to you why. Long-term, what this means is that having AI and training AI is going to be much cheaper and much easier, right? If I were to say to you, Sheldon, you won't believe what happened in the last 24 hours. It's become exponentially cheaper for everyone to have AI and train AI. What would you say?
It's a good thing. Great.
Best thing in the world, right?
They can assess this now. Yeah. They can access it. Yeah.
Short term, we have to unwind the power that the Magnificent Seven need to have, right? Long term, this is actually the best thing in the world because every other business in the world doesn't have to pay as much to train their AIs, etc. Long term, Short term, unfortunately, because all the gains in the stock market have come from these guys, all the gains have come from Nvidia. Problem is that these valuations now have to come back to reality. And that's why I've never bought Nvidia. And the reason why I never bought Nvidia is because I missed it. And then I thought to myself, there's only downside from here. Like when you're number one and you're leading by so much, then and people give you that, and people give you that, then the valuation for that, then you can only go down. So that's why I kind of said, okay, well, tough luck. If you want my gut feel, short dip, buy the dip, and off we go to all-time highs. But that said, I'm not being oblivious to the fact of what could happen. Remember, I just want to show you something, and I think this is important.
Like for me, it's a no-brainer right now. Short-term or leverage trading, like chill, right? Sit in your damn hands. But I think the question is, people are panicking a little bit within long terms, you know.
Okay, so
yeah.
So let's just quickly go. I just want to give you perspective. Okay, so here's COVID. Okay. Yeah, wait. He has COVID. No, wait, sorry. Where's COVID? COVID is 2020 March. 2020 March.
It was actually that little dip in between there. Wow. Look at them. Look at the.
Yeah, that's COVID for you. Okay, that's COVID for you. Like you can't even see it. Yeah, you can't even see it, bro. Like I could. You notice I couldn't even find it on the thing. That's how crazy it was. And what I'm trying to say is, like, this is going to pass, and the world's but the thing is, you know that there's going to be some kind of pain in the long term. In terms of your long-term bags, I don't think it makes any difference, right? Like that's COVID. Yeah, let me give you just some more perspective. There is COVID for you, right? In the long term, it's nothing. This is not a fund.
It's an opportunity, right? It's an opportunity. Of course, it is.
This is fundamentally good. Fundamentally good.
It's been a hard December. It's been a hard January. Like people are starting to lose a little bit of faith that there is going to be a bull market or not, right? It's not like we've been printing now for the last couple of weeks. Like this market's just not. We're getting fundamental great news, right? Like I loved your one tweet you said on the weekend. How have we not gone parabolic? Like how have we not like gone absolutely roaring at this point? And that's a major concern. So 2 last questions, sir. Then you can leave me. Thank you so much. The first one is.
It basically means 2 last questions, then you can please fuck off. Not you can leave me. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, in a very nice way. The first one is your portfolio. Like, what altcoins would you buy on this massive specials? Like, is there anything that's popping in your head? Yeah.
Long term, my thesis doesn't change. Long term, my thesis doesn't change. Short term, my thesis is remain. I laid off the leverage and I closed some positions that I didn't think were core to the portfolio. If you are to leverage, get out. You still got time to get out now, even though this could be the end of the dip, but there could be another dip going. I do think that crypto is holding very, very well, given the fact that Nvidia is down more than Bitcoin. That's weird, right? Like Microsoft is down.
Actually very true.
Yeah, so crypto is doing very, 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 very well. So long term, my thesis doesn't change. Maybe my thesis on the distributed GPUs, the Akash, the ARs, the renders changes. But I'll have to work out whether it changes in a good way or a bad way, because it's quite a complicated thing, because on the one hand, you need distributed GPUs. The question is, do we need the H100s? No, maybe not. Can we use other GPUs? Yes, there are a lot of those. Maybe those can be distributed. So I have to go back and do all the calculations. For now,
does this news affect, this AI agent narrative you've been loving, yes. Like the previous tokens you've been speaking about? Like, does this change those specific tokens now? Because maybe it's accessible to anyone, right? Like,
short term makes them more bearish. Short term makes them more bearish as people try to unpack and understand the news. Long term makes them more bullish because it's all open source and it's free. So that means more agents, less infrastructure, cheaper to run, cheaper to train, cheaper. Remember, this is if it's true, it's unfucking believable news long term. It's just bad news short term.
Exactly.
Short term,
exactly.
Yeah.
Last thing, are you buying ETH, sir? I hear this foolishness going on.
I sold. Actually, that was one of the leverage positions that I sold was my ETH leverage.
Sir.
Some of it, yeah, because look, it was at 3330. It was the price when I tweeted yesterday, and I was like, hold on, this market's going to go into a pile of shit tomorrow because I know this is going to happen.
Are you buying it back? That's the question.
I don't know. I think there are better things to buy. Like, if I'm going to buy it, would you rather be buying ETH or Solana? You'd rather be buying Solana, man.
But there's no Altseason with the ETH pump, bro. Like, we just know it, you know. I know what you'll say is but
just buy Sol.
Like, when
buy
I saw
Sol.
XRP 5x in a month, and I saw
Buy Sol.
5x, and I saw Algo 5x, and all these old coins started ripping.
Buy
I'm
Sol.
quite surprised. I thought you'd be going long as hell on ETH on this stuff.
No, I'd rather buy Sol. I'd rather buy Sol.
okay.
I'd rather buy Sol. I'd rather buy Rune, to be honest. Like, for me, those I'd rather buy those than go back into ETH now. Nah, I'm over it. I'm over it, bro. I'm over it.
Like, look at this. Exact same time on ETH, 4 years apart. ETH to Bitcoin.
Bro, you've been telling me this since last
Look at
year.
that,
You said
bro.
just hold your ETH, hold your ETH, hold your ETH, hold your ETH, and I held my ETH, and I held my ETH, and I held my ETH.
There's no doubt about it.
I don't know, bro.
Come on,
Tradesteer says, Rune, are you serious? You know, Sheldon, we've taken a lot of flack around this Rune thing. Like, our guys
I
are
have
like,
taken heat on it. Yes, sir. I'd
Yeah,
you
I
to
mean-
chat about it 2 secs.
yeah, people don't understand that, number one, we into these tokens, we know there's risks and we know there's returns. That's why we're here. Number two, I'm still bullish on Rune. In fact, I'm much more bullish now than I was before. Why? The reason why Rune was not doing very well and was never as responsive is because, you know, Rune is a protocol that does cross-chain swaps. That's what it actually does. You can swap across chains in a decentralized way. The problem is that what they did was they added this thing on Rune, which was savings and borrowings, okay? So you would deposit your Bitcoin as collateral and you'd be able to borrow against that cross-chain. So you could deposit your Bitcoin and you could get something on the ETH network, just very simplistically saying, right? The thing is that they took a protocol which had no risk, no bank risk, and they introduced bank risk, which is a bank run risk. Because what they did was they took the Bitcoin as collateral. You'd give them your Bitcoin and you'd borrow against your Bitcoin. They would liquidate your Bitcoin into Rune.
Okay.
And that made an assumption that Rune was always going to outperform Bitcoin, which is a bad assumption because Bitcoin outperformed Rune, obviously. Anyway, they've managed to, now I've always called the savings and lendings a cancer. It's like a cancer. It's like it's been stuck on the patient and been making the patient weak. And the patient's actually a very good patient, but there's like this cancer. And now what happens is they actually just cut it out. And they said, that's it, it's gone. The protocol is still amazing. Like the protocol is still amazing. It's still doing, the protocol is still doing cross-chain swaps. It still makes about $30 million a year in annualized fees. But now they've cut out the bad part of it, which is the part that for the last 12 months, or even more, 24 months, was like this savings and lendings cancer on Rune. Now it's gone. That's it. So in time, the market's going to realize that this protocol carries on and carries on and carries on and carries on and carries on. And then they're going to start buying it back. So that's one of the things that I'm actually buying.
Yeah, $2. I'm like, wow, like that's cheap. Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Very much,
guys. If you want more about DeepSeek and what it means and which tokens are going to be affected, I'm going to do a full show on it later on today. So in about 4 hours, about 3.5 hours.
Guys. I'm still going to go through all the charts now, but Rana, the audience wants a show from me and you.
Just say when, sir. Just say when.
They want a Altseason versus non-Altseason debate. That's what.
Okay, wait, hold on. Let's have a discussion.
They want a debate, sir.
Okay, hold on. You said
there won't be maybe any more.
Hold on. Maybe we agree. How do you define Altseason? Just tell me. How do you define Altseason?
Just take out the alt and then just take profit season. I see it as a way that alts are all these new techs, everything being built, and the real reason why a lot of people come flying into crypto is because of altcoins, not Bitcoin. No one wants to buy
altogether?
Bitcoin. No one really. What?
Altogether?
Yeah.
You mean all the alts will move up together?
Like we saw in November. Not
gonna happen.
You saw how the whole altcoin market rallied in like 4 weeks. Same thing.
There are 1 million tokens launching every single week. All of them are sucking liquidity out of the market.
I'll say top 500 coins, top 400 coins, like whatever those junk at the top, whatever. But when it comes to the main base, I think that will rally. Of course,
I think it's going to be much more gaming is going to rally a lot, and then people are going to move out of gaming and they're going to go to cross-chain, and they're going to go to RWA, and then they're going to go up to this, and then they're going to go up to this, then they're going to go up to this. That's going to be Altseason. It's not going to be everything moves up.
But then you're basically saying that the dominance is never going to collapse. The dominance going to have small little legs like this. Because that dominance collapses, the whole alt market's going to go berserk. Like there's no...
Hold on. Dominance includes how many tokens? Hold on. Dominance includes... Let's just understand something. BTC dominance. Let's just quickly see what it actually is. Bitcoin dominance.
You can have a look at it, but you're telling me that this thing's never going to collapse. Like if it collapses like this, the whole alt market's going to go berserk. Like there's no doubt about it.
On.
And for me, it's always the end of the cycle because that's where it's take profit time, right?
Bring I want to see if it's
20 times more people into crypto so we can sell into them, right? That's
the
how
people are here,
bro.
The people are here.
No way. No way. No way.
The people are here.
People are not here, sir. So we used to have 3 times viewership on our shows.
Okay, it's calculated by dividing a coin market cap by the overall market cap of the top 125 coins. Okay, hold on. So let's just understand what it... So Bitcoin dominance is divided by the top 125 coins. Let's just quickly see what these top 125 coins are. You're saying that there's going to be a season...
That all of these will run together.
Where all these top 125 coins will run together. So you're talking about all the coins...
At least 90% of them will run together.
Hold on.
Some of them that have already run will maybe not run.
I agree. I fully agree because the top 125 are good quality projects. I agree.
Yes. Yes.
But hold on. No, but that means that's the top 125. I agree are going to run because they are the 125 best projects in the market. But do I think all the projects will actually run?
I think the top 300 will run as well. I think like top 300.
Hold on. Wait. Let's just have a look here. We can quickly look and see if top 300. Hold on. Let's see.
So I told you, I already put my stakes on the line on Twitter, bro. You know.
Okay, hold on.
You were saying define. What else?
Top 300. Top 300, maybe. Top 100, top 125, definitely. Top 300, maybe. Yeah, top 300 super versus they will run. You're right. Top 300 will run.
Thank you, sir.
But what about the other 100 million?
Like, I would say 10% of altcoins are quality, right? Well, what would you say the percentage is versus what's junk?
10.
Like, let's just be honest.
1%.
Okay, yeah. But
do you know how many tokens there are? Do you know? Wait. Do you know how many tokens there are in circulation? How many tokens are there? You had the source graph. Hold on.
1 second.
I think it's 150 million.
No
different
way.
Projects.
Bro, when I joined crypto, we were on
20,000.
No, it was less. It was less when I started. It was like 6,000 or 7,000 when I began.
Yeah, not 150 million, but a couple million, like over. I think.
You have researchers, bro. Can't tell me how many tokens. You got the chart. There was a chart that we posted. How many people? What does the chart say, bro?
Want to share it?
Yeah, I want to see it. Okay, share it for me. Share it to us.
I actually saw another tweet as well that they say it's like 5 million or something, and it's gonna go to 100 million soon. Like I think it's just gonna go more and more and more and more and more.
Let's have a look here. Okay, so
I think we need to have another word than altcoins. Like we need to have Bitcoin, alts, and then something else.
Okay, so look, this is not right. There's 36 million tokens out there.
Holy crap! No, okay, not all that are gonna run, so no.
36 million tokens. So you say 10%. That means if you're saying 10% will run, that is you're talking about 3.6 million tokens running. Impossible. Maybe one. Maybe.
Correct. I didn't know there was 36 million tokens anymore. I'd say the top 500, top 800 coins are quality. Some of them.
Okay, fair enough. I agree with you. The top 500 coins can run against Bitcoin. I agree. Then we agree. But
okay.
do I think the top?
Clip this? Will there be an Altseason run?
If you define Altseason as the top 150 tokens running more than Bitcoin, yeah, there will be.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
God bless you.
Yeah,
have a beautiful day.
Thank you, bro. Go watch Rand show later. Okay, cool. Okay, guys, let's go through a bunch of
Can we just talk about one thing? Can we just talk about one thing?
Yes, sir.
What is that shirt?
Bro, it's for a good cause. It's called the Universal Health Token.
Bro, you are so rich. Do you have to walk around in promotional? I mean, it's cool, but the sleeves.
Like the guys, and I got to watch Liverpool versus Man United, like.
But the sleeves.
And they didn't even pay me for that, bro. I'm doing this out of love.
But the sleeves, bro.
What, bro? It's like tropical vibes. It's cool.
You blend into the flowers in the back of your studio.
Wait, where's your banana with tape shirt? Let's see which one they like more. Okay. Okay, guys. So again, Nice to have a little bit of a chat with Ran as well, just to get our two different mindsets in approach here. For me, it's very simple again as well. These little events, when something just comes out overnight and wants to disrupt, right? What this creates is short-term, fast panic, right? That's what you get. You know, very similar to wake up and a bank has blown up or something has happened. You get the immediate effect. Market reacts very quickly. Doesn't last so long and starts to chop back up. But we do need to speak about the significance and on the chart wise, like how far down does Bitcoin go, right? And when it comes to TA, it's very important to understand there's levels. Okay, so the first thing that's very important now, obviously, is yes, protect trading capital, right? Capital that you want to buy the dip now, you want to trade and stuff like that. I would just wait a little bit until the US markets open and then look at some trading once the market sets on broker trends, right? But secondly, on that, long term is in, okay, and not only is long term in, there's a lot of good specials that are coming within the market again. Okay, but you got to understand that this is very much a narrative that's been running the stock market. So the question is, how big are these pullbacks going to happen? So let's start off with that quickly, and let's go through a couple of the charts of the stock market, NVIDIA, and things like that. So again, what we spoke about now is NVIDIA has started this pullback. Let's go back here to the NVIDIA chart. Give me 2 secs. Okay, there we go. Okay, that the market has it's already at 124. Okay, I marked this chart out without even seeing that. Okay, just from taking the previous highs from last week to where we are now. And I was looking at something like this, right? And I even tweeted this morning that we could see some. So it's already halfway of this major drop over here to the next major areas. But that's what I see one of these dips being. Very similar to what we've seen over here. And then it will take a couple of weeks to start moving back up and start making its way up, right? When it comes to stock markets, I was looking at the stock markets over here as well. You know, I do see downside, but this chart is looking still pretty strong, right? It's still very much in trends. It's very interesting to see what happens today. But what I do see, if we do want to get a little bit more bearish, right, we can see a dip off into these zones over here, which is around about a 6, 7, 8% pullback within the stocks, right? So that is quite a lot when it comes to stocks. But the very important thing that I want you guys to understand today, right, is there's two ways that you got to understand. Well, there's a main way you got to understand within crypto. Crypto is the more volatile stepbrother, right? That's what it is, right? Anything you do, crypto does it like more aggressively. Okay, so if you drink, it drinks more. You know, if you're good, more good. Like that's what it basically is. And if you're seeing this drawdown, firstly, I do agree. I think crypto's actually holding pretty well. If NVIDIA is down that much, that's pretty good. Okay, but the big thing for me is when the markets bounce, what bounce harder? Right. And I don't think that we are anywhere near like even seeing the alt season yet, seeing the major rally. I think crypto is going to bounce hard, which means we got to get through this turbulence. And you're basically going down a road and this road is flat and you can rev your car to the fullest. But now there's a massive pothole that happened. It rained last night. Okay. We got to slow down, go around this pothole, get through it and get back on the damn road and go 300 again. Right. But if you go 300 into the pothole, okay, you're going to probably destroy 2 of your tires and then you're not going to have enough, to continue and actually enjoy the rest of the bull market. Okay, the bull market is still here. Okay, and even coiling bigger, in my opinion. The more that we're chopping like this, the fundamentals, everything is lining up, but we have a pothole in the road. So you've got to get through the major pothole. So again, if these things do happen, and let's speak about a couple of bad scenarios. We go to 41, or this is the futures on the stock market, by the way. I can actually go here to the S&P. We end up pulling back to this area over here, right? A nice strong 10, 15%. What does that look like for Bitcoin? Now let's go through Bitcoin over here. And let's go through a couple of scenarios here within Bitcoin. And then I'm going to go through the altcoins as well. I have redrawn, because we lost it somehow last week. Okay, but I've redone this is my prediction. Okay, and when I said this tweet over here, I mean it, right? I'm not here to play games, guys. I'm putting my name, my reputation, my everything into this, okay? And that's one thing you can understand with me. We'll go through ups and downs. Markets will tank on us sometimes. Markets will make us a lot of money. But when I say my all, I'm putting my absolute all. And here's the tweet that says it. If there's no alt in 6 months, I'll quit crypto YouTube forever. And I stand by that, and you can clip it again. Okay, when I'm telling you that because you know why I'm saying this is so important is because when I stepped into crypto the first time, I heard about these bull markets, right? And I started like trading and doing these things. And it also went through a phase of like 6 months where I was just getting wrecked, right? And the market wasn't going anywhere. But if I never kept my conviction, okay, I would not have stayed in crypto. And now it's 4 years later and I get to do YouTubes and all these things around the world. But that conviction and that staying within, I was actually a part of that bull market, right? That life-changing bull market that happened. Okay. So this is and I mean it, guys, I will quit. And I don't want to quit, but I will quit, right? That's how much I believe and that's how much I'm all in, right? Here, after this dip on Bitcoin, and the way it looks is two scenarios. This is the weekly, by the way. The weekly is not looking too bad. Okay, at the moment, that's not looking too bad at all, right? But let's say Bitcoin wants to dip here. Let's say it wants to dip here. Let's say it even wants to dip here, right? After that, I still see that happening. I still see a strong ass rally. Why we're going sideways here is because we're preparing to go to $130,000. That's why we're going sideways. The same reason that we went sideways here for so long, because we had to get to 100,000, right? Sideways creates strength and it creates accumulation, because in these times here, it flushes out the masses and the big wallets buy, right? The same recipe every single damn time is what plays out here. Is this what gets people to lose interest? And then you find out that Michael Saylor has been buying more, and these banks have been buying more, and these ETFs have been buying more. It's such a nice, easy, simple way to flush the entire market out and get rid of spinach hands within the market, right? I am still saying that in this Q1, I think we're going to be at 130, if not plus, on Bitcoin. I still see there being a shake in alt season, and I do think that Bitcoin, my opinion, tops around the 160, 170, up to around the $190,000. That's where we top. Then we start going to a down cycle. We get down to about 100 again, and then we restart the cycle again. That is still 100% my views within that. And the same thing within altcoins. Altcoins, alt season starts when we break the damn all-time high. We are just tickling, and we are going sideways at the all-time high. That's why it is tough at this point. It is choppy, because we're at the most critical point with alts. When we get through this, there will be no hesitations. There will be no, because right now people are doubting alt season, and people are saying that there's alt season. You've got two different teams that are basically fighting here. The moment we break through here, that will no longer be a debate. And when there's no longer debate, all your bears turn into bulls. And when you got that, you got the entire world going into altcoins. And when I said this with Rand, I mean the same thing. Alt season is going to be a lot of altcoins pumping, because people want to buy things that they think they can afford. Okay, people think that Bitcoin is too big now, and they think that they can't afford. If they can't buy full Bitcoin now, they think they're too late. Okay, but when they can buy 2,000 banana with tapes, somehow they feel ownership of that, and that's where a lot of people will come in. So it will always be the altcoins that will get majority of people to come within crypto, and that's when dollar costing out will be happening, right? So that is still my play over there, to get through this damn dip. Don't lose faith within crypto, okay? Because again, you're going to blink, and we're going to be back on the uptrend again. Things are looking good. We just have this turbulence in front of us. Okay, so again, what does this look like for Bitcoin? Let's go through my scenarios. I got a bullish and a bearish scenario. I actually have a scenario that all of this was a bunch of junk today. Okay, and they come out that, okay, the stuff wasn't as great as what it may be. And the market's actually bounced and recovered very quickly. So first scenario on Bitcoin. We still have a little bit of support where we are right now. Okay, and this is the important thing to understand, is crypto works in levels. That's the way it works. When it breaks a certain level, it flies to another level. When it loses a level, it flies to the next level, right? Here is the big support on Bitcoin as it stands. We have a massive trend that we broke last week. We made a higher high, which was good. And now we came down and we're sitting close to that trend. The second thing is we have a very strong 618 Fibonacci, okay, which is a very strong Fibonacci to hold. But it's basically telling me that Bitcoin must hold this green block. Right? If we don't hold the green block, this is what it looks like. Let's go here. This is what it looks like, right? Two scenarios. If the stock markets tank, and they tank 3-4%, and they kind of get over it, Bitcoin bottoms again at the same bottom that it's been doing now for the last 3-4 times. We have this very important level at this $92,000 to $94,000 zone, right? So that's not too bad. Markets do come down another 5-8%, okay, and then we start to see a little bit of a recovery, okay. But worst scenario, we go to $83,000. That for me is the main 618 of this entire. This is if things get bad today. If things get bad and stock markets really want to tank, okay, and this news does not go good, and we do see a massive more crash in NVIDIA, more crash in all these stocks, all these sort of things, then I see a $83,000 Bitcoin. What that looks like again is a little fly on the weekly chart. Okay, it basically means that we dip off to something like that. That's the only difference that it shows on the high time. I need you to zoom out today and understand that is what it looks like if it's worst case scenario. That's not bad, right? That's not bad. That's not worth leaving crypto. That's not anything. You know when you want to leave crypto is when we lose that trend line. We lose that trend line, then you leave crypto, right? And that's why I'm saying we're going to go up, and then later on we'll come to that play over there. Okay, so that is my two worst scenarios. So all of that means right now is damn protect trading money, because if we go to $83,000, have something to buy, right? Have something to get in there. Other than that, 90 to 95% of my money is still within crypto. I'm actually looking at a couple of the weekly charts. Again, I think it's a no-brainer buying ETH. I think it's a no-brainer buying Solana, no-brainer buying Link, Doge, Cardano, all of these tokens. If you look at them, zoom out here on the damn Doge, Cardano, any of these charts, like look at that, right? Look at, and I was actually chatting this morning to a couple of people, and I was saying, I'm actually afraid. This is why I'm going to take a lot of profits in crypto this cycle, because I don't think crypto is going to be the same after the cycle. I think big money is going to run crypto again, right? But what that gives me is obviously it's a little bit sad, because I've always wanted crypto to be the fight. And that's why those watching now, I think you are still going to be a part of the opportunity to change your life with crypto. I still think you're that early. But after this, I think the big money is going to run everything, right? I don't think we're going to have any of that stuff anymore. Okay. Which is also kind of excites me, because this is what a manipulated market looks like when we have all the big guys in. So I'm also like, okay, maybe it's actually not a bad thing. We're just going to go up and up and up for 30 years. And any bad events, we're just going to go up and up and up, and it's going to print more money, print more money, print more money. But that is the facts over that. I do definitely see that. So jumping back here, let's go back into Bitcoin here and give you guys my thoughts. Again, Bitcoin dominance, it's creeping up. It's not going parabolic yet, but we do need to understand that if Bitcoin dumps, alts will pull back. So what that looks like on altcoins, guys, is this. I got two big bounce zones on alts, right? The one we've just hit. This is something happens today, market settles, market's cool, okay? And from here, we start to actually slowly start climbing back up. That's the one scenario, right? Bullish scenario. Bearish scenario is we do start dropping and the alts do something like that, okay? That will result in another probably 10 to 15% within your alts drop. It is an absolute incredible long-term opportunity, okay? The only reason why I traded back then, or trade a lot within these markets, is because I did not get a specific token cheap enough, right? If I got Solana, a lot of my long-term portfolio in Solana at $8, I wouldn't have to leverage trade today, right? I wouldn't have to do any of these sort of things. So the more that you can get in long-term bags at really, really good levels, kind of takes away the amount you have to trade in the bull market, because you're just going to make so much money in your long-term bags as well. So today is, again, that opportunity phase of just paying attention, you know, to what's really, really cheap out there. But that's how it looks on this. So here's my two plays on alts. Here, high or low, we start making our way up. Again, the moment we get through here, alt season will happen. Again, I put my entire career on the line. That I think alt season is going to happen. If it gets worse, I'm calling two scenarios. The one is a 10% drop, and others around a 15%. And that's just if we get a little bit of too much hype over here. I think it's going to happen quick. It's going to happen today if we're going to dump between today and I'd say till FOMC. And I think FOMC is going to mark the bottom. And I think FOMC is going to pump us through the roof. That is my current thoughts, that for the next 3 days, market's going to suck a little bit on this. And I think FOMC is going to come out and either give us one death candle that will be bought up very quickly, or it will be the reversal. That's how I'm looking at this week over here. So what that looks like, again, within your altcoins, you go here to look at this. You got a 618 on Solana, okay? And then you got another fib over there. There's strong supports here. All three of these supports are very strong. Okay, the only thing that's going to wreck you today is leverage positions. Spots, you will get through this. Long term, you will get through this. It's not a loss, it's not nothing. And remember, you haven't lost shit until you sold. Okay, that's a very important thing to understand. Okay, have I lost? I think it's Warren Buffett that said it very much within the stocks as well. He says, oh, you've made all this money. I haven't made the money yet. I haven't sold. Oh, you've lost all this money. No, I haven't sold. You know, you haven't lost shit. You haven't lost nothing yet. Just leverage. Leverage, be careful, guys. Today's going to be volatile. It's not going to be easy to catch. Not going to be easy to trade. Don't wreck yourself within leverage. Guys, lots of love to you all. I see we had a couple of tweets here. Let's see if there's anything else interesting here. Okay, this is the DeepSeek. I can't believe how this has happened, right? This is a lot on the DeepSeek over here. Arthur Hayes says we're going to go to $70K to $75,000. And then he says $250,000 by the end of the year. Okay, so again, I kind of agree with Ryan that it's a short-term. I don't think it's going to be that much, to be honest. That's my personal opinion. But a short-term correction, but long-term actually very good for the markets. That was around the man. Nasdaq futures starting to affect on it very much over there. Crypto liquidations, 805 million in 12 hours. Do me a favor, hit the like button if this was one of you. How do I go like the video here quickly? I think I got smashed on one or two positions. This one is still okay. I'm still surviving here. I'm still surviving on my positions here. And I see my Solana and that are still open. So I'm still holding this strong over here. But hit the like button. I want to see, was this one of you? Where is it? There we go. 805 million in 12 hours. Who got smashed, guys? We got to laugh about it. We got to laugh about it, guys, and get through it. Dig deep or seek the dip? That's the question that I leave you with today. Have a fantastic day. Love you all lots. See you all tomorrow. Goodbye.